if you don't change things, the problem can get worse, causing even more problems, and it just gets out of hand. And in this video, we're going to be talking about some of the ways that you can amplify your business using the hero's journey. Now, chances are, if you've ever watched a movie, you've seen this happen time and time again. It is a framework. Whether it's Luke Skywalker, Katniss Everdeen, or Harry Potter, there's a character that's introduced. They take us on a journey where they avoid a potential fate and succeed at the end. What's helpful about this framework, about this process, is that it gets people involved. It gets them emotionally connected to the characters. And it also is memorable. Stories are memorable. And that's why we're going to be talking about how you can use the hero's journey to grow your business. In this video, I'm going to go over the hero's journey framework that has been outlined in the book, Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. Also, it is outlined in Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. I'm your guide as a certified digital marketer, trainer, and advisor, Kenny Harper from Growth Amplifiers. So without further ado, let's get into this content. All right, so on the left hand of the screen, you'll notice that I've got the hero's journey as outlined in StoryBrand. It's the 7 different stages, and I'll walk through those in a moment of the hero's journey. Now, if you look online, you'll find that this has been used in a plethora of movies, and it's very common because it is a framework that people tune into, that is memorable, that tells a great story. And you'll see that maybe there's variations in how it's outlined in different websites, different books. But in general, this is the story. There's a character. They have a problem. They meet a guide that gives them a plan so that they can take an action to avoid their fate and get what they want to go. So we have Luke, we have Katniss, and we have Harry. And the thing is, in the movies, they are the characters. They are the heroes. And they meet guides to help them on their transformation. And as a business brand, as a business owner, you are the guide. You're not the hero, you are the guide. And so you want to connect with your character and share with them that you've got a plan that can help them take away the challenges, the pain that they have, and get them to the desired state where they want to go, what they desire to have. So you're the Yoda to the Luke. You're the Haymitch to the Katniss. And you're the Hagrid to the Harry, right? So when you think about it in that way, you have the knowledge, the wisdom that can guide them through that transformation. And you want to share this story with your prospects in your marketing materials so that people can understand what your brand provides, the value it provides, the transformation it provides, and how it can get them to where they want to go. So let's look at the outline again. And I've covered this StoryBrand framework in another video, but I'm going to give you a quick overview. You have your character, right? Your ideal customer, really identifying who they are, what they want, what's important to them. They have a problem. And so I want you to think of the top challenge that you help solve. Is that helping them make more money? Is it helping them with their health? Is it helping them with their finances? Being really clear on the top challenge that you help them solve. And then they're going to meet a guide, and that guide is you or your brand. And you want to take a little bit of time here to elevate your credibility, your authority in the space, that you have a proven track record to help people resolve their challenge and get to where they want to go. Then you're going to share with them that you've got that plan. You have a map, you have a framework, you have a process that can help take away their pain, get them to their desired state. They don't want to just chance it. They want to make sure that they've got a plan that they can follow to get their desired result. Then you share with them that you've got a plan. Then you got to call them into action. So this is a call to action to get them to take the next step on the journey, to make a commitment, to get them from ideas to in action. And it's important to do this because sometimes people know they need to do something, but if they're not challenged to do it, if they're not being called to do it, then they may not take that action. And that would unfortunately lead to failure. Whether they take the wrong action or no action at all, if someone has a problem and they're not taking action to resolve it, it's going to continue to be there. So you want to make sure that you help them avoid the failure and help them end in a successful result. So you're going to share in your story the end result, the benefits of taking the action, what becomes possible if they receive the benefits from your product or service. So I'll give you a walkthrough and example in just a moment, but if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Looking to amplify businesses that have the right attitude, expertise, and drive. And if that is you are a growth amplifier, I appreciate your support. So take a moment, like this video, it'll help get more visibility, and subscribe to Growth Amplifiers channel. Help us serve our mission. All right, so here's an example of the hero's journey. For Growth Amplifiers, our character, one of the top avatars, top types of people that we work with are business advisors and coaches. Okay, that's the character. So we would have to choose a particular character, a business advisor. One comes to mind. Her name is Tina. She's a CPA. And then we need to describe the problem that she has in this story. So in this instance, Tina was challenged by time. She only had so much time in her business, and she couldn't scale her business. She couldn't get past a certain threshold because she didn't have more time or talent to get past it. And so she has the challenge. She's overwhelmed. She's frustrated. And then she meets a guide. And in this case, that would be me, a certified growth coach, Growth Amplifiers, who has worked with coaches and advisors to help them systemize and productize their business so that they can work smarter, not harder, and provide a better experience to those they serve. So when connecting, I got to understand her challenge and what she wanted. Then I helped provide her a plan to go from where she was at to where she wanted to go. So I shared, look, here's the steps we need to take. Number one, go ahead and take this assessment. This amplified assessment will identify the blind spots you have in your business, the bottlenecks that are holding you back, and some untapped opportunities that you can immediately put into action and start receiving the benefits. She took the assessment, and the next step on the journey was to schedule a breakthrough session, a one-to-one session where we can really get together and craft the plan to get from where she's at to where she wanted to go. Then it was about implementing that growth plan to take those ideas and put them into action. So by sharing the process and giving her a plan to have that transformation, she was then empowered to change where she was at to get to where she wanted to go. Now, if I just gave her the plan and said, have fun with it, what do you think would happen? Chances are she would be too overwhelmed to implement it and would be in the same spot within a year's time. So instead, I called her into action and I shared, this is what you need to do. Now, for those who are tuning in, you can visit growthamplifiers.com, click start to take the amplified assessment yourself, get your amplified score, and receive some of the things that you can do to immediately begin amplifying your business. For Tina, what I helped for her was sharing how she could elevate the value that she's providing her customers, amplifying her offer so that she'd be able to increase the number of transactions per customer and the average price per transaction per customer. Just by making a few subtle changes, she would increase the lifetime value of a customer, have more profits in her business, and then she could get rid of some of those see ya later customers that are taking more time and aren't really profitable. So the call to action was to let's take the first step. Let's get into action by working together and start optimizing your offer. And sharing the potential failure that she could have if she did not take an action. This was important because Tina had been procrastinating on this for a while and getting away with it. And if she didn't address it, she would continually be overwhelmed, be limited by her time, and stressed out. And unfortunately, as in with most businesses, if you don't resolve a problem, it's only going to fester and get worse the more you don't resolve it. So as things continue to mount, if you don't change things, the problem can get worse, causing even more problems, and it just gets out of hand. Businesses have imploded by not taking actions to improve or resolve challenges that are holding them back. And also that ends in a success. So in this case, I said, Tina, imagine what would be possible if we were to elevate your offer and you had more A clients who were more profitable, who took less of your time, and you were productizing your business and you were systemizing it in such a way where you can serve people quicker and provide a better experience. You'd have more money, be making a bigger impact, you'd have more freedom and fulfillment. And so all those things together really helped share the journey that she went on. So this is the story that could turn into a case study, could turn into a video, could turn into pieces of content that you share, so that when other people are out there that have the same challenge, that need the same solutions, they can listen to Tina's story and hear the transformation that she had. Then they'll be more likely to take that action because they'll see, I'm in that boat. I don't want that fate of things getting worse. I want to have that outcome. Tina had this challenge. She took a specific action. She got a specific result. So that's the power of story. It's memorable, it's engaging, and it helps people be inspired and empowered to take the actions needed to have the transformation that they desire in their lives. So by creating and crafting a compelling story, a compelling message, you can infuse this in your content, in your social media, in your blog posts, in your podcasts, in your videos, right? Infuse it in your content so you're telling stories. People are tuning in, they're listening, they're being entertained, and you're sharing helpful information that can empower them and benefit your business. It's a win-win. You integrate that content and those stories, and you guide people to the next step on the journey. You guide them to a page, a website that gets them to take an action. Whether that's downloading a guide, taking an assessment, or scheduling a consult, RSVPing for a webinar or a virtual event, you want to guide people who heard the story to some place that calls them to take a specific action so that you can continue that journey and continue the conversation via email. Businesses thrive on relationships. So you want to really understand who your ideal customer is, tell them a story that they can relate to, that helps them see how they can transform what's possible into their business, and give them the clear call to action. So that is the process how you can grow business using the hero's journey. So what is a great example of the hero's journey that you've seen? I'd like to see you put that in the comments. If this is something that you've done for yourself, I'd like for you to share your website or your brand. We're always looking for examples to highlight in our upcoming videos. So share a great example here and subscribe to Growth Amplifiers if you haven't done so already. We're continually sharing the best tips, resources, and information to help you empower your business to better serve your mission by providing a better experience to those you serve. So this is Kenny Harper, Certified Marketing Advisor for Growth Amplifiers. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to visit our channel, growthamplifiers.com. We're going to be putting on events and workshops to help people craft their message and be a powerful thing. Until then, keep on amplifying. To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.